Hi, everybody. Psalmist David here with another Fresh Bread. Excited to be with you, and thanks for letting me into your space. Um, a little word of inspiration for you, and then a nice little message on the harp. So, today is the first day of the Passover Seder and Passover feast, and it's also getting on to Good Friday's coming up. It's an important day because it's a sacrifice Jesus has made for us. And that's a little bit about what I want to speak about here. The question is, what do we do with a betrayal situation? Somebody on your team is betraying you. And this is taken from John chapter 18. And verse 1 says, When Jesus had spoken these words, he went out with his disciples over the brook Kidron, where there's a garden, he and his disciples entered. And Judas, who betrayed him, also knew the place where Jesus often met there with his disciples. This is a lovely garden. If you ever get a chance to go to Jerusalem, it's outside the wall by the eastern gate. There's a valley that you can walk across, there's a road there, but on the other side is this garden, beautiful garden, and it's probably level with the wall itself, but the valley is between it. But it's a beautiful view, perfect view of the whole eastern side of the wall, with the eastern gate, the Golden Gate. Lovely garden, a lot of trees, olive trees and other trees. And Jesus would go there with his disciples. And the whole point is, he's been working with them for 3 years. He has like his inner team, 12 of them, and he knows one of them is going to betray him. That is difficult. And I just want us to think, how do you deal with betrayal of one of your inner circle, one of your team? It says in verse 3, Then Judas, having received a detachment of troops and officers from the chief priests and Pharisees, came there with lanterns, torches, and weapons. So it was night, and Judas had been given this group, this battalion, or this detachment of troops who were supposed to arrest Jesus and bring him in. And so Judas was just looking for the best time and the best setup so there won't be crowds of people there. And Jesus knew all of this. And he still loved all 12 of them. And he still kept on doing his ministry, knowing that there was a betrayer in the midst. That's difficult, isn't it? But he keeps going. Jesus, therefore, verse 4, knowing all things that would come upon him, went forward and said to them, Whom are you seeking? They answered him, Jesus of Nazareth. Jesus said to them, I am he. And Judas, who betrayed him, also stood with them. Now, all of the other Gospels mention that Judas came and gave him a kiss. And that was the sign that this is the one you need to reach. You need to grab him. And Jesus knew all of this was going to happen. What do you do when there is a betrayer in your midst? Well, you seek God. You seek God. God has to help you to live beyond that. There are people, there are employees that we have who are either stealing from us, they are taking inside secrets of the firm out to other people. We had a case where there was one who was really planning to start her own business of the same type. And she was gaining the information and everything, and was getting ready, and in fact did leave very unexpectedly to go across town and do the same thing. just saying that you don't have a handle on that. Um, Jesus, of course, knew all things and knew things which were going to be befall him, and so he knew Judas was going to be the one, and at some point he will come and give him the kiss, and that would be it. But we oftentimes don't know who will be the betrayer in our midst. I guess the best thing is just to know that you're walking in God's path, and they are snakes. They are snakes. They are people who will want to cheat and rob and steal and sabotage your mission, and you have to keep going strong. It's not going to be a perfect ride from start to finish. There will be those who will be trying to betray us, but we keep going. In the name of the Lord, we keep going. We stay with the plan. We don't abort the mission, right? We don't abort the mission. We stay with the plan. We keep pressing on. We keep walking. And we have to let those chips fall where they may. And we just keep going. God will give us strength, and God will always make sure that the team has more people who are for us than those who are against us. And we keep going with the team members that we have. I don't think there is a battle that we read about where everybody was going in the same direction. You have cases where some people quit. Some people jumped ship, changed sides. Some people said one thing but did another. And God himself had this situation where a third of his angels, a third of the angels that he created, went with the enemy. Can you imagine that? A third of the angels went with the enemy. So we do not have the luxury, maybe that's the word, of knowing that everybody is with us all the time. We just don't know. We just can't say. So we have to just keep walking and trust that God's will still be done. He who has begun a good work in us will complete it, and God is faithful, and He will strengthen us for the task and for the battles. And indeed, having someone betray us is a battle of sorts. It's a challenge to our confidence, our strength, our ability to stick to the task. It's a challenge, but we have to rise up above that and keep going. All right. So just a little bit on the harp then for you. Let's keep walking. those will come who want to betray us. Let's keep to the task and keep walking. Have a great one today.